The observation deck of station Kepler 44-2 hummed with the white noise of recycled atmosphere and distant fusion reactors. Arya pressed her tri-fingered hand against the plexi-steel viewport, watching Earth's pale blue dot shimmer 1,200 light-years away through the quantum fold display. Her chromatophores flickered from violet to dull gray, the Thessian equivalent of a sigh. She counted the 10-cent credit chip in her palm for the third time. Still 10 cents. Still not enough for the strawberry cake in the commissary window, priced at 15 cents in the station's closed-loop economy. Her dorsal crest drooped. "You've been staring at that cake for 20 minutes, came a gruff voice behind her. Arya spun, her large obsidian eyes reflecting the fluorescent panels. A human stood there, tall, oil-stained, with mechanical augments visible beneath the rolled sleeves of his gray jumpsuit. His badge read, Oscar Chen, Fusion Drive Technician, Sector 7. "I'm sorry," Arya said in perfect English, her translator implant converting the subsonic frequencies of her native tongue. "I didn't mean to block the way." Oscar shook his head, running a synthetic hand through his dark hair. The servos in his fingers whirred softly. "You're not blocking anything. Place is dead this cycle. Everyone's either asleep or on Earthside leave." He glanced at the cake display. "That what you want?" Arya's chromatophores flushed orange with embarrassment. "I have insufficient credits. I was merely observing." The mechanic studied her for a moment. She was small, even for a Thessian, barely reaching his chest. Her environmental suit was patched in 3 places, and the biomonitor on her wrist blinked yellow, indicating borderline nutritional deficiency. "When's the last time you ate?" Oscar asked. 14 hours ago. I consumed a protein supplement stick." Arya's crest flattened further. "I am scheduled to receive my stipend in 42 hours, but the commissary will have rotated inventory by then. The strawberry cake will be gone." Oscar felt something tighten in his chest. He'd been alone on this station for 8 months now, ever since the divorce finalized and Sarah took the shuttle back to Earth with their daughter. He'd volunteered for the deep space posting to get away from the memories. But loneliness had a way of following you, even 1,200 light-years from home. "Why strawberry?" he asked. Arya's eyes seemed to brighten. "In my xenobiology classes, we studied Earth's agricultural history. Strawberries were mentioned as a luxury crop, something humans grew not for survival, but for joy. I've never tasted joy before." The statement hit Oscar harder than it should have. He pulled out his credit chip, his account showing 847 credits from months of unused wages, and walked to the commissary terminal. "Wait!" Arya called out, her translator catching the harmonics of distress. "You don't have to—" "I know I don't have to." Oscar pressed his chip to the reader and selected the strawberry cake. "But I'm going to anyway. Call it an experiment." The dispenser chimed, and a small white box emerged from the thermal locker. Oscar carried it to one of the empty tables and gestured for Arya to join him. She approached hesitantly, her triple-jointed legs moving with the careful grace of her species. Oscar opened the box, revealing the cake, a simple yellow sponge with pink frosting and 3 synthetic strawberries on top. "In human culture," Oscar said, pulling a disposable fork from the dispenser, "we have this tradition of sharing food, especially when celebrating something." "What are we celebrating?" Arya asked. "Not being alone right now." He cut the cake in half with the edge of the fork and pushed one piece toward her. Arya stared at it for a long moment, her chromatophores cycling through colors Oscar had never seen in the station's xenobiology database, something between gold and silver. "My physiology can process Earth-based carbohydrates," she said quietly. "But the strawberry flavoring is synthetic. It won't be authentic." "Most things out here aren't," Oscar replied. "But that doesn't make them worthless." Arya picked up her fork with delicate precision and took a small bite. Her crest shot upright, and her entire body flashed brilliant cyan. The chemical composition triggers pleasure responses in my neural cluster. She took another bite, more eagerly this time. Is this what joy tastes like for humans? Oscar smiled, genuinely smiled, for the first time in months. Sometimes, when you're lucky enough to share it with someone. They ate in comfortable silence, two lonely souls in the vast darkness of space, connected by something as simple as strawberry cake. When they finished, Arya carefully collected the crumbs on her finger, not wanting to waste a single molecule. "Thank you, Oscar Chen," she said, her chromatophores settling into a warm amber. "You have given me more than cake. You have given me a data point." "A data point?" "Yes. Evidence that kindness exists independent of biological origin, that humanity extends beyond humans." She tilted her head. "I will include this in my cultural studies dissertation. With your permission." Oscar felt the tightness in his chest loosen. "Permission granted." He stood, stretching his augmented joints. "I've got a shift starting in an hour. Fusion Reactor 3 needs recalibration, but..." He hesitated. "I eat dinner at 1800 hours station time. Alone. If you wanted company, there's a noodle vendor on Deck 9 that's pretty decent." Arya's entire body shimmered with that gold-silver color again. "I would like that very much." As Oscar walked away toward Sector 7, he found himself thinking about his daughter back on Earth. Maybe he'd send her a message tonight. Maybe loneliness didn't have to be permanent. Behind him, Arya pressed her hand to the viewport again, but this time she wasn't looking at Earth's distant light. She was watching Oscar's reflection, and her chromatophores glowed with something that transcended species. Hope, perhaps. Or joy. Sometimes they were the same thing.